If one person's words can ruin your entire day, then your peace is not truly yours. It belongs to whoever knows how to trigger you. If one problem can make you lose yourself, lose your focus, lose your confidence, or lose your direction, then your mind is not yet trained. It is reacting to life instead of leading it. Most people spend years trying to control the world around them. They want better circumstances, better opportunities, better relationships, better timing, and fewer problems. They believe that peace will finally arrive when everything around them becomes easier. But peace does not come from controlling the outside world. Peace comes from mastering the world within. The storm is not the real danger. The real danger is a mind that obeys every storm. Think about your own life. One message arrives and suddenly your heart beats faster. One delay happens and your mind fills with worry. One criticism appears and your confidence disappears. One person's silence becomes enough to control your entire mood. One unexpected problem arrives and all your inner balance vanishes. This is not strength. This is dependence. The truth is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. If a stranger can change your breathing, if a memory can steal your sleep, if someone's opinion can determine your self-worth, then you are not calm yet. You are simply comfortable when nothing challenges you. Real calmness is not tested when life is easy. Anyone can appear peaceful on a sunny day. Anyone can smile when everything is going according to plan. Anyone can feel confident when people are praising them. The true test comes when life applies pressure. Can you remain steady when someone misunderstands you? Can you remain focused when fear appears? Can you remain respectful when anger rises? Can you remain patient when things are not happening on your schedule? That is where real strength is revealed. A calm mind is not proven in a quiet room. It is proven in chaos. It is proven when criticism arrives and you refuse to become defensive. It is proven when fear knocks on your door and you do not immediately hand it control of your life. It is proven when anger burns inside you and yet you choose wisdom over reaction. This is the training that most people avoid. They want peace without discipline. They want confidence without discomfort. They want strength without challenge. But life does not work that way. The mountain does not ask the wind to stop blowing. The mountain learns how to stand. And that is exactly what you must learn. Most people are waiting for the perfect day, the perfect relationship, the perfect amount of money, the perfect opportunity, the perfect apology, the perfect explanation for the pain they experienced in the past. They tell themselves that once those things arrive, they will finally feel peaceful. But if your peace depends on perfect conditions, your peace will always be delayed. Life does not become gentle first. You become steady first. That is the difference between weak people and strong people. Weak people wait for better conditions. Strong people create better responses. Your mind has been trained by repetition. Every reaction has strengthened a pattern. Every hour of worry has strengthened worry. Every moment of overthinking has strengthened overthinking. Every time you escaped discomfort, you trained yourself to run. Every time you replayed an insult, you trained suffering. Do not call this your personality. It is conditioning, and anything that has been conditioned can be retrained. The first lesson is simple. Stop believing every thought you think. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every thought deserves your trust. A thought is not a command. A thought is not a prophecy. A thought is not reality. Sometimes the mind produces fear when you are completely safe. Sometimes it creates shame while you are learning. Sometimes it creates doubt while you are growing. Sometimes it creates anger when patience would serve you better. If you obey every thought, you become a servant to your own mind. Instead, learn to observe your thoughts. When fear appears, notice it. When anger appears, notice it. When sadness appears, Notice it. Say to yourself, fear is here, but fear is not my future. Anger is here, but anger is not my master. Sadness is here, but sadness is not my identity. This creates distance, and distance creates freedom. Without distance, every emotion controls you. With distance, you have a choice, and choice is where power begins. Before reacting, pause. Before speaking, pause. Before sending the message, pause. Before making a decision from a wounded place, pause. Most mistakes happen because people react faster than they think. One moment of emotion can create years of regret. One careless sentence can destroy trust. One impulsive action can damage relationships. One emotional decision can change the course of your future. That is why your breath is one of the most powerful tools you possess. When your mind becomes chaotic, return to your breath. When fear grows louder, return to your breath. When anger rises, return to your breath. The breath anchors you in reality. It pulls your attention away from imaginary disasters and back into the present moment. A trained person is not someone who never feels emotion. A trained person is someone who is no longer controlled by emotion. You can feel fear and still move forward. You can feel pain and still remain kind. You can feel disappointment and still act with dignity. You can feel anger and still choose respect. That is mastery. Look honestly at your daily habits. You say you want peace, but what do you feed your mind? Many people begin every morning by consuming noise. They wake up and immediately check notifications. They compare themselves to strangers online. They absorb arguments, gossip, negativity, and endless distractions. Then they wonder why their minds feel crowded. The first battle of the day is not against the world. The first battle is against distraction. Before touching your phone, touch your breath. Before entering the world, enter yourself. Sit quietly. Take a few deep breaths. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your thoughts. Start your day from the inside, not from the outside. Because whatever receives your first attention often controls the rest of your day. Calmness requires boundaries. Not just boundaries with other people, boundaries with your habits, boundaries with your attention, boundaries with your energy. Learn to say no. No to unnecessary drama. No to pointless arguments. No to late-night overthinking. No to habits that weaken your mind. No to relationships that constantly pull you into chaos. Every boundary you establish protects your peace. Some people will not like your boundaries. They benefited from your reactions. They enjoyed your emotional availability. They enjoyed your inability to say no. When you begin protecting your peace, some people will accuse you of changing. Let them. Growth always looks strange to those who benefited from your weakness. Remember this, you do not owe everyone access to your energy. You do not owe everyone an explanation. You do not owe everyone your peace. However, calmness should never become avoidance. Do not pretend to be peaceful while secretly carrying resentment. Do not suppress emotions. Understand them, learn from them, express them wisely. Real calmness is honest. It can say, "That hurt me." It can say, "No." It can say, "I need space." It can walk away without creating drama. When life becomes difficult, ask yourself one question. What is the next correct action? Not the most emotional action, not the most dramatic action, not the action that proves you are right, the next correct action. Sometimes that action is silence. Sometimes it is work. Sometimes it is forgiveness. Sometimes it is rest. Sometimes it is beginning again. A calm mind focuses on the next step, not the entire mountain. Many people suffer because they turn every event into a story about themselves. Someone doesn't reply. I must not matter. Someone criticizes them. I must be failing. A plan changes. Nothing ever works for me. Stop creating painful stories from incomplete information. Question your assumptions. Ask yourself, Is this actually true? What evidence do I have? What else could this mean? What response will serve my future? These questions interrupt emotional patterns, and interruption creates freedom. As you continue this journey, remember that discipline is not punishment. Discipline is protection. It protects your future from temporary emotions. It protects your goals from excuses. It protects your peace from impulses. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens self-respect. Every promise you break weakens trust. That is why confidence is not built through positive thinking. Confidence is built through evidence. Evidence that you can trust yourself. Evidence that you do what you say. Evidence that your actions match your words. The world will constantly test you. If praise controls you, criticism will destroy you. If comfort controls you, difficulty will weaken you. If approval controls you, rejection will own you. Identify what controls you, then slowly free yourself from it. Because true freedom is not controlling the world. True freedom is controlling your response to the world. Life will always change. People will change. Plans will fail. Opportunities will come and go. Success will rise and fall. Nothing remains the same forever. The more you accept this truth, the calmer you become. You stop demanding permanence from an impermanent world. You stop clinging. You stop panicking. You stop fighting reality. Instead, you learn to adapt, and adaptation is strength. The strongest people are not those who never fall. They are those who know how to return. Return to your breath. Return to your values. Return to your discipline. Return to your purpose. Return to yourself. Again and again and again. There will be days when you fail, days when you overthink, days when you react emotionally, days when old habits return. Do not hate yourself. Do not quit. Review the lesson. Learn from it. Stand up. Begin again. Growth is not perfection. Growth is returning every single time. The goal is not to become emotionless. The goal is to become unshakable, to feel deeply without drowning, to care deeply without becoming dependent, to love deeply without losing yourself, to work hard without becoming desperate, to face uncertainty without surrendering to fear. That is the power of a trained mind. A trained mind creates a strong life. A strong life creates freedom, and freedom creates peace. So begin today, not next week, not next month, not when circumstances improve. Begin with one breath, one decision, one promise, one act of discipline, one moment of awareness. Because every great transformation begins the same way. One conscious choice at a time. The world may remain loud, problems may continue to appear, people may still misunderstand you, life may still challenge you, but when your mind becomes stronger than your circumstances, everything changes. The storm may continue outside, but inside there will be a place that remains steady, a place that remains clear, a place that remains calm. And from that place, you can face anything life brings.